What you do still counts if it's not online. What do I mean by that? Obviously, we know that, right? We know that we do things every day in life that matter, hugs and dinner and work and things like that don't get posted online. So obviously, you know those things matter. But I realized that even though I knew that, I wasn't recently acting like I did. I was acting as if that was not the case and that things only counted if they were online. Here's how I realized that. I posted a video a little while ago that I thought would be helpful, and an aunt of mine who I really love messaged me a text back and said, here's my thoughts on it. And as awesome as that was, I caught myself being a little bummed that what she said, the cool thing she said to me in the text, wasn't a comment on the video. And that's wild. That's like so backwards, right? The text and the actual conversation between two people who know and care about each other and have a deep conversation is kind of like the end goal, right, of a YouTube video. YouTube is great because it's got like a wide spread, but ideally you'd be able to have those personal conversations with everybody. You can't, so YouTube's a good supplement. But I was having that one-on-one conversation with my aunt, and that should be the goal. And instead I was kind of bummed that it wasn't. This was all subconscious. I think as soon as I said it out loud, I realized, of course, I'd rather be texting my aunt than having a YouTube comment. But it made me think like, okay, in what other ways am I maybe doing this, and why am I doing that? So before I start like digging on this too much and become just like a hater and say like, oh, this is all dumb, I just want to kind of talk about why I think we do this and why it's so appealing. But there's a lot of reasons we like to put things online, and you've heard about most of them. The one I want to talk about today, I don't hear a lot talked about, and I think it's my main reason, is the idea of statistics and trackability. Which, if I've lost you there, whatever. But that's something that I think is why I do it. Everything I put online is trackable. Like I can figure out how many of whatever I've done, how many posts I've made, how many likes, views, whatever. And then even just for my own personal artistic purposes, like, ooh, where are all the things I've made? They're all organized, they're all in one place. And the internet has an organization that I could never rival in my personal life. Like I can't get my actual bookshelves to look as neat as my Goodreads does. And I can't search my bookshelf the way I can search my Goodreads. And I'm really interested in that. And I think where I started being interested in that is the world of video games, which I don't almost play any anymore, but maybe you do. I played Animal Crossing on the GameCube in like the mid 2000s, kind of when it was the first one. But any other video game will do for this example. In a video game like that, there's usually a fixed amount of things that could exist in the game, and you can know how many you have. In Animal Crossing specifically, there's a museum. Hey, here's how many fossils you can find. Here's how many you found. Here's which ones you found. Here's when you found them. Here's all the insects you could catch. Here's how many you have. And it's really easy to see your progress. It's really easy to see what you've done. It's easy to see your history. And you never have to worry about losing anything. And you never have to worry about forgetting anything because it's all tracked for you perfectly, which is really exciting and really wonderful. And the internet basically carries a bunch of those same qualities, right? Which I've already described. Super, super appealing. But the thing that I just want to remind myself and you, if you feel at all similar about this, in the game of Animal Crossing, the statistics and the metrics that say what you've done and what you haven't done are the final say. That is all that exists within the game. It's a finite kind of world. But in real life, the statistics that YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all those things you might use are not the final say. They are representative of something in real life, but they aren't the end of the road. They're not the final say of what could be accomplished. But it looks definitive, and it looks really official. It looks just like a video game progress bar. But the difference is the stuff online is just a parallel to what's happening in real life, and the stuff online can disappear like that. Online stats and metrics, YouTube subscribers or your Goodreads list or anything like that, they're only valuable as symbols of real life counterparts. There's a number that says how many subscribers I have. Those are only valuable at all as they relate to a real human being on the other side, right? If I wanted to see just like big numbers, I would just open my calculator and multiply 99 by 99 a couple of times and be like, wow, what a big number, right? It's fantastic. So it's easy to forget that. So I don't know what this looks like for you. Odds are you don't have a YouTube channel or something like that. Maybe you do. And so I wrote down a list of things that this could look like. Maybe you have an Apple Watch. I don't have one, but my friends do. And sometimes we'll play like Frisbee or something. And after the workout, they will say like, oh my gosh, my Apple Watch wasn't on, so it didn't track the workout. And they know it. They know that that's silly, but the Apple Watch is just an indicator. It's not actually what's causing me to be healthy. My body still knows that I ran for 2 hours straight or however long you were running. The Apple Watch doesn't have to know that for it to be effective. But we act that way sometimes. Another way that happens would be, oh my gosh, my Spotify Wrapped or your Apple Wrapped, whatever you got. I have students who I've asked, hey, like, how is your Spotify Wrapped? And they'll start telling me, but they'll always give a disclaimer. And they'll say like, well, I listened to like 30,000 minutes, but I also have a lot of vinyl records at home. And so I listen to those and those didn't count. As if the number that Spotify Wrapped gives them is an indicator of how much they like music, and something that they listen to in an analog format somehow doesn't count, and they have to verbalize it to me for it to count. And that's ridiculous, right? And then finally, I just wrote like or like, as in if someone says, oh, I liked your video, you're like, did you like it? Like, click the button, or did you just enjoy it? And weirdly, the value system that we have currently has flipped those. At least I have subconsciously. And I'm trying to remedy that, which is what this video is for. I love being here on YouTube. I love that I've been able to reach not that many people, but more people than I can talk to on a day-to-day basis. But I know those things only have value if somebody on the other side of the screen like benefited from them in real life. And it only has value to me if I benefit from it after I turn the camera off and turn off my computer. The way I want to put it at the end, because I've probably been rambling for a minute now, if YouTube and Goodreads and Instagram and Twitter and anything that you're on shut down today, and their servers, their computers, forgot everything that you ever did and posted, would people remember anything that you did or posted? If not, then maybe we should change what we're doing online, because that's kind of silly. If yes, congratulations, that's really wonderful, and keep on doing that stuff online and keep on doing that stuff in real life. Hopefully this isn't encouraging, not just an internet hate thing. Obviously I'm posting this on the internet. I think it's fantastic for its purposes. I just need to remember it's not the last place I want to be. It's not the end goal. So yeah, go do something. It'll still count even if it's not online, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.